Binary covalent compounds. Carefully listen to this presentation on naming covalent compounds. We will quiz on this in class first thing Tuesday, March 21st. Molecular compounds are held together by covalent bonds as opposed to ionic bonds. Binary covalent molecular compounds involve two different nonmetals bonding together. Electrons are shared between atoms in covalent compounds. Recall that one atom takes the electron away from another to form cations and anions in ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are held together by electrostatic attractions. Examples of covalent compounds are CO2, carbon dioxide, SO3, sulfur trioxide, CF4, carbon tetrafluoride, and PCl5, phosphorus pentafluoride. Before you start naming, make sure you have a covalent compound. For example, both elements in the compound are nonmetals, and the compound is not an acid. The name of a covalent compound will have two words. Each word in the name will tell us two things: what each element is and how many there are of each in the compound. Let's analyze CO2 to see where this is going. The first element in the compound is carbon, so the first word in the name is carbon. The second element is oxygen, and there are two of them. We indicate how many O's using a prefix and change the end of the name to IDE, dioxide. Here are the prefixes used for naming covalent compounds. These are listed on your chem helper, so make sure you have your chem helper when you do the quiz. Mono 1, di 2, tri 3, tetra 4, penta 5, hexa 6, hepta 7, octa 8, nona 9, deca 10. Here are the rules for naming covalent compounds. Number 1. Analyze the compound to see how many of each element are present. Step 2. Write the first part of the name by taking the element name and adding the appropriate prefix. Note, if there is only one atom of the first element, leave off the mono on the first part of the name. Step 3. Write the root of the second element name. Add the ending IDE and then the appropriate prefix. Mono, di, tri, etc. There are just a few other details about naming covalent compounds. Usually the less electronegative element is placed first in the compound, or listed first in the name. We have not learned how to rate electronegativity of elements yet, so this info will be given. When the name of the element begins with a vowel and the prefix ends in an O, we end up with two vowels in a row, which is very hard to say. So one of the two vowels is dropped in the name. N2O5, dinitrogen pentaoxide, becomes dinitrogen pentoxide. Write the names for the following compounds. Good luck! NO2. Both elements involved in the compound are nonmetals, so we need to use covalent naming rules. The first element is nitrogen, and there's only one, so the first word is nitrogen. The second element is oxygen, and there are two, so we need to take the root of the name, add the prefix di, and add the ending IDE. Nitrogen dioxide. Mini quiz number 2, S2Cl2. Both elements involved in the compound are nonmetals, so we need to use the covalent naming rules. The first element is sulfur, and there are two of them, so add the prefix, and the first word is disulfur. The second element is chlorine, and there are two, so we need to take the root of the name, chlor, and add the prefix di, and then add the ending IDE. Disulfur dichloride. S2Cl2. CBr4, carbon tetrabromide. The first element is carbon, and there's only one of them, so the first word is carbon. The second element is bromine, and there are 4, so we need to take the root of the name, brome, add the prefix tetra, and add the ending IDE, carbon tetrabromide, CBr4. How well did you do with silicon dioxide, SiO2? If you didn't get it right, read this slide carefully. This next mini quiz has the compounds, and you have to write the formulas. So good luck. Hexaboron silicide has 6 boron atoms and 1 silicon atom, B6Si. Chlorine dioxide has 1 chlorine atom and 2 oxygen atoms, ClO2. Antimony trioxide has 1 antimony atom and 3 iodine atoms, SbI3. That should say nitrogen trifluoride has 1 nitrogen atom and 3 iodine atoms, NF3. Sorry for the mistake. Good luck on the quiz tomorrow. Go through these and practice carefully. I know you'll all do wonderful. See you soon.